Hi there. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use our Genie Class Grader feature. So this feature is still in beta. That means that it's not perfect and we're really interested in your feedback on it. So please let us know what you think. Also, at current, this is only available for premium accounts. So if you have a premium account, go up to the three dots in your Written RoundTable and test it out for yourself. So in the Written RoundTable, first you'll want to go into your settings to make sure that you've selected assessment criteria. So I've chosen uses evidence, writing composition, and building arguments. You can change the details and the descriptions of each of these criteria by clicking it. You could also choose, do you want to give feedback based on a tally or a rubric? So I'm going to choose a rubric here and I'm going to make this score out of 4. So the maximum number of points that a student can get for each is 4. Once you've selected all of your criteria, then you can go to the discussion and you can now run the Genie Class Grader. So you'll find it in the three dots, click the three dots, click Genie Class Grader, and here is where you can add some custom instructions for how the Genie is going to give the written feedback to the student. So in this case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep it concise. I'm actually going to take off all custom instructions just so you can see how it works without any custom requirements. And I'm going to give feedback on each of the criteria that I've chosen. So it's going to give a little blurb about each one to tell the student more about how they can improve. So once I click generate, it's going to, you're going to see it working there by all the loading circles. And then once it's drafted, then you'll be able to click each individual student's idea. For example, I'll choose Albert Camus here, and I could see that it's drafted a score as well as some written feedback. And then I could also see the overall feedback as well. Now, this has graded it on a 4-point scale. I can go and make any changes that I want to this. So if I actually, go through and I realize, oh, the writing's actually pretty good, I could change it. Or if the student did not give as much evidence, I could change that too. You'll also be able to change any of the specific feedback that it's drafted here and the overall feedback. Let's say I'm going through, I'm realizing, okay, let's see, for this student here, I actually want to simplify some of this feedback. This is where you might want to use the custom instructions. So for each individual student, you could actually go in and say, you know what, I want you to simplify this feedback for an English language learner. So I can click simplify feedback, I'll click generate, and this is going to redo that student's feedback and grade. And then I'll see that here. In this case, I could see that it's using simpler language in each of the descriptions, and I can make any changes to that, and I can go and send it to that student if I think that's correct. Now, finally, the last way is you might want to, for the whole class, change up how you're giving feedback. So you could redo this as many times as you want. For the students that you've already sent the feedback in the grade to, it's not going to change that unless you go in and make the changes there. But for all the students where it's already drafted, you can redo the Genie as many times as you'd like. So as I'm playing around here, I might see that I actually would like to ask a general question to kind of engage more deeply with the students' ideas. So almost like continue the conversation and engage with the students' specific thinking. I also want to turn off feedback on each of the individual criteria. So I'm going to turn that off and I click generate. Now it's going to redo all of the drafted assessment. I can click each one and I can see that, okay, it's not going to give specific feedback for each point, but it has drafted a question here that I could pose to that student. Again, make any changes that you want, and then you can go and send it to that student. Also, the Genie is not going to be perfect, so it's always up to the teacher discretion to make any changes and kind of use your own professional judgment here to decide if you agree with the final score of the Genie. Of course, it doesn't know as much as you know, you're the pro, and so it's best for you to really think about that seriously, just like we would instruct our students to do as well. That's all for now. We hope you enjoy this feature, and we're really excited to hear the feedback.